I'm back after a couple busy days. When I did my day 1000 video, I had a lot of questions about where I was. This whole area is really interesting. So let's take a little trip. And I'm just gonna show you some two things before I have to get to something later on. The Weston Tower was built in the 1890s and was named after a famous politician. It was mined out of the granite pulled from a nearby quarry, which I'll get to in a second. But this tower was used as observations, but then in World War I and II it was used as a radio tower. Today it's closed off to the public officially, except for a few days a year when they open it up. The first time I did a video on this, it was like negative 11 degrees. Most of the shots that I was gonna get are on the drone that is not working. And the altimeter in my drone froze, so I wasn't able to complete the video. But this little hill in Manchester has a lot of hidden gems, including these water reserves that provide water to much of Manchester. If you go to the west side of the hill and walk along the gate along the big round water reservoir, you'll get to a corner where there's a break in the chain link fence. Follow the path and it leads you to the famous Manchester ledges. This was the very first major quarry in Manchester, and it's actually where the Ameskeag Manufacturing Company mined all of the foundation for the mills. When they were done, the natural lifespan of a quarry, it filled with water, and there was a famous diving group known as the Brownies that used to do high cliff dives into the water. But not just any water, ice cold water. And there's a great story of how so many people would come to watch these divers that a group of people fell through the ice. The Great Ravine was closed off to the public in the 30s and later filled in for most of the way. But it's still there, you can still visit it, it's just full of a lot of trash. And one thing I always forget is that there's actually a lot of ghost stories revolving around the Manchester ledges. So I'll have to do some research for a further video on that.